This video will show you how to construct a congruent line segment using our Desmos geometry tool. So here we are given segment AB on my screen right here, and we will create a segment that is congruent or the same length as it. So first we are going to use the line tool for step 1 to place a line on our screen, and then we'll label one of the points. So we need to go into our construct tab down at the bottom. And we find our line tool right here. We'll click that. And we'll just place 2 points on our screen, and that will create a line through those 2 points. All right, we need to label one of those points, point C. So to label a point, you need to go back to the select tool, the arrow here, and then we need to click on the point that we want to label. So let's label this point right here. And then notice you've got some more options that pop up down here. We're going to check the label box, and it automatically gives us point C because that is the next letter that hasn't been used yet, but you could always type a new letter if you would like. All right, so now we've got our C, our point labeled C there. To get back to the tools, we'll just hit cancel. Next, for step 2, we need to use the compass tool to construct a circle with radius AB that's centered at C. So to use the compass tool, we actually have to go down to more tools down here, click that, and we find our compass tool here. Notice to use our compass tool, first we will choose a segment to select the radius, and then we're going to choose a point to select the center. So we want it to be the same length, or the radius to be the same length as our segment AB here. So to choose a radius, we will select that segment AB. And then we need to choose the point as our center. We need to have this circle centered at C, so we will click on point C. To go back to the rest of our tools, we'll click the back button right there. Step 3, we need to place a point where the line and circle intersect, and then we'll label it point D. So that's talking about this spot right here where the line and circle intersect. So we'll use our point tool here and go ahead and click on that spot right there. Remember then to label a point, we'll go to our select tool, our arrow, click on the point that we want to label, and check the label box, and it gives us D. We'll click cancel to return to our tools. Finally, for step 4, we need to create a segment between points C and D. We'll change the color so that we can identify the segment easily. And even though the line goes through those points, we do want to create a segment since we are creating a segment that's congruent to our original segment. So let's go ahead and use our segment tool right here. And we will click on points C and D to set those endpoints. And then to change the color, it's very similar to our label. We'll click the select tool, our arrow, and then click on that segment we just made. Let's go ahead and make it orange so it's different than our line. We can see that our segment is now orange, and we can click cancel to go back to the rest of our tools. The segment that we just created, segment CD, is congruent to AB, so we have created our congruent segment.